Opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's Amon-Ra St now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. This one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here at the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That deep.
Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Play action. It's Goff. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Credit Jalen Johnson, normally shutting down throwing lanes, but there he shut down that play in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That'll be caught with St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 37 yards. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To the air, Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Williams. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Until the 22-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 75 yards. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0.
14. Bears nothing.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. To throw, Williams. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Goff finds Gibbs on the check down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport state. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFC. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw is Williams. That's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Mononga. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Santos' kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The tight end in motion right. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. That is caught. Down the left sideline. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And they get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent defensive play by Dominic Robinson, beating the line and dropping him for a loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Lions first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Gibbs straight ahead. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Goff going to keep it himself. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
That wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Detroit.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. is going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 22-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Throwing is Williams. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A gain of 5.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Swift. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now they'll empty out the backfield. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking.
Throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back to throw, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. A short throw, and it's going to be pulled in by Furtzer. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll try and do this himself. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Williams. Finding more on the out route for the completion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Lovely. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. To the air once more. Williams completes to Zacchaeus. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will hold at 15. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he won't. Quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back,
They've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running is Swift. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 88 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Bears 13.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. There's a short one caught by Loveland. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again here, Williams. And he is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Wide open receiver, complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run here with Monangai. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 21.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This is 2nd and 8.
Another run for Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's complete to the Porter. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw is Goff. Pass complete. That's Robert. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 156 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Goff now looks to throw. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now it's Goff. Caught on a slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Throwing is Williams.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw, it's Williams.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the play.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw again.
Throw left side complete. That's more. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
To the air, Williams.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, no apologies. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
He's got this complete to Williams. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
And DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Doom Zone. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. His throw is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amon-Ra St. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. That's taken in by Ferkser. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 187 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Goff. He's got the tight end Fultz right side complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Williams.
Open man down the field. That's Burden.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 42-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.